Hello, this is Sean Spazzato, videographer and reporter at Inside the Magic, coming to you from Disney's Hollywood Studios. As you can tell, I have what used to be the Great Movie Ride in front of me. I will be talking to you today about, of course, what is going on at Hollywood Studios and also what is going on at Magic Kingdom as well. Today is Thursday, Thursday, May 10th, and yeah, sit back and relax and join me as I walk around the parks and just show you guys what's going on. Alright, for my first stop, you can probably tell I am now in Pixar Place, and you can obviously see as I pan around that I am looking at Toy Story Midway Mania. Now the reason I am here is because it was actually recently announced that this attraction is going to be closing for an entire week to kind of allow for the transition from using this current entrance to the new one that will be inside of Toy Story Land. Now the ride is set to reopen on June 19th, but yeah, I guess I just kind of wanted to give you guys a look at that because it's wild. Since this attraction first opened, this has always been the entrance that everyone has known for this ride, and this ride is so incredibly popular. I'm sure anyone who's visited Hollywood Studios knows that this ride can have a wait time of anywhere from 60 to 3-4 hours, wasn't 60 minutes to 3-4 hours. It can be incredibly long. I know fast passes for this ride are always the first to go, so I actually am kind of surprised it's going to be a full week that this ride will be down. Now of course it's for good reasoning, as obviously it'll be really exciting to see the new entrance inside of Toy Story Land, but I guess it's just really wild to see that this ride will be closing for a week. And I think I personally love this entrance myself. I think it's so cute, you know, with the colored blocks, the the little game pieces, the monkeys and the toy soldiers and the playing cards. It's just a really appealing and good looking entrance. So I'm curious to see what the new entrance will look like when Toy Story Land opens. So and stay tuned for that as well. Of course, the second that land opens, we will be in there checking it out and giving you a good look at everything new to Hollywood Studios. But yeah, this was just my first look of today at this attraction. For my next stop, you can obviously tell I'm outside of what will be Toy Story Land here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which is really exciting. Obviously, this area is definitely not done. The walls are still up, and you can kind of see these toy soldiers doing little skits outside, kind of to keep, you know, visitors away from the idea that this area is still much under a lot of construction. But in fact, as I kind of pan, you'll see, you know, construction workers working actively to kind of finish the area. For this area, what is new since the last time I've done an update on this area, the Slinky Dog Ride is currently operating, and obviously they're just testing it, but it is running, from my understanding, on a daily basis, which is exciting. Unfortunately, it is not running right now, but I promise it is running, which is exciting. And as you can kind of see, that's the top of Woody's hat, and that's the top of his head where he has been installed in the land as well, which is also really exciting. So this area is definitely coming along. It, you know, is not done by any means, but I know, and for those of you who are, you know, probably looking to book your vacations and come to this area, or who have booked vacations prior to June 30th, from the looks of how this is kind of going along, I can't imagine there being a soft opening for this land, in all honesty. I know the press preview for this is the 2 days before the actual land opens. So for that reason as well, I don't believe there will be any annual pass holder previews similar to that of Pandora at the World of Avatar. So yeah, I think, you know, if you're looking to come to Walt Disney World to see this land, definitely make your plans after June 30th. But yeah, so that is kind of my update so far for this land. As more updates come, I will be sure to visit this area more and more. But as of right now, that is it. For my next update, you can now see that I am on Grand Avenue, right by Muppet Vision 3D. So you can probably tell as I start to pan around that I am right outside of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the new Star Wars land coming to Hollywood Studios. Now, the one thing that has kind of changed since the last time I've come, so this is kind of a small update, but they have installed these trees along behind the entrance to the land, which is really exciting because obviously that is, something new and a new addition to this area, and it kind of shows that progression of this land and what is going on. You can actually, behind that, you can kind of see a crane currently operating, moving things around. So similar to that of Toy Story Land, this area is definitely, in the process of coming around. I know this area really isn't meant to be open until 2019, and of course there is no set opening date just yet. But I just wanted to give you guys a look at where we are now. It is, of course, very much of how it was the last time, but again, it is still pretty exciting. Even something as little as trees, that addition still shows growth, which definitely points to a fun and exciting and new direction that the park will be in when this does open. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update for those of you who don't, get to make it to the parks very often. For this next stop, you can probably tell I am no longer in Hollywood Studios, and in fact, I am actually at now Magic Kingdom, and I'm currently in Frontierland. And as I'm panning around, you can obviously see I am outside of one of the 3 amazing mountains at Magic Kingdom. This, of course, is the beloved Splash Mountain. Now, for those of you who don't know, this ride is actually from 1992, so it's not super old, but it's not super new either. And one thing that's kind of exciting, that not super exciting, but it's an addition to this attraction, is a new queue video that has just been added, and it kind of comes along at the very end of the queue, right before the loading area. And it's a very simple, basic video, and it's kind of just like a safety video, like explaining, 2 or 3 folks can be in a row. And I think it talks about like putting down your lap bar, and I'm actually going to include like a little clip of it in this video as well. But yeah, it's just like a new addition to this area. This is such a beloved, and not historical, but beloved attraction. I personally love this log flume ride. I have such a good time on it. It's funny, I actually usually bring a poncho when I go on this, just because I hate the fact that you just get so wet, especially if you sit in the front of it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update of this amazing and beloved attraction. It's very simple and small, but an update all the same. For my next stop, you can probably tell I am now in Tomorrowland, and as I pan around, you will see that I am now at Carousel of Progress. Now, this is a historic attraction here at Walt Disney World. This attraction, well, before I get into the history, let's kind of talk about why I'm actually looking at it today. So, unfortunately, this attraction has been closed, I believe earlier this week, I think May 9th. It was just closed down for some unforeseen maintenance. Now, there hasn't really been an official announcement of when the attraction will come back on, like into operations, but as of yet, this attraction is just down. It's kind of sad. I hate seeing it like this because it's such a staple here. So it's weird, I guess, seeing this attraction not in operations. I know it's not, super heavy with the foot traffic, but I do think it's still just a quintessential attraction here. So yeah, so this is just kind of its state right now. But for those of you who don't know the history of this attraction, it's pretty incredible. So this first premiered at the New York World's Fair back in 1964. And it was this really kind of like futuristic attraction that was just super, I guess, exciting to a lot of people. Because essentially it was this moving theater that would turn around in a circle. And it kind of showed people a look at what the future was going to look like. And so it was like such a big deal. It actually got brought to first Disneyland in 1973, and then in 1975 they actually brought it to Magic Kingdom. It was actually moved to Magic Kingdom, which is so crazy because I mean I can't imagine moving an attraction that is so wild. But yeah, so that it's been here since 1975 in Tomorrowland, and it's literally since the beginning of Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World, and it's truly just this massive, incredible piece of nostalgia, but also futurism at the same time, which is really incredible. And so yeah, I'm kind of a little disheartened to see this ride not working, because I guess like some of my first memories of coming to Magic Kingdom are riding this attraction. But so yeah, so hopefully, cross your fingers. I'm sure it's no big deal, and the attraction will be, fixed very shortly or soon. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little update of the current status of Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. For my next stop, which obviously this is not a stop, but it is a look at a special Coca-Cola bottle, which I drank because it is very hot outside. But as I kind of pan up to Tomorrowland, you'll kind of get a sense that it kind of fits in theme with the bottle, which says Tomorrowland. So essentially, Coca-Cola kind of teamed up with Walt Disney World to create this series of Coke bottles. There's one for the Haunted Mansion, there's one for Tomorrowland, there's one for Big Thunder Mountain, Jungle Cruise. And it's kind of just this fun, new Disney-themed thing that they're doing. It's kind of a part of the Share a Coke campaign that Coca-Cola kind of has had. And it's just this fun, like, Disney-themed thing. And it's nothing super serious, but it's just, like, a cute thing, I guess. Especially if you're someone who's never been to Walt Disney World. It's just a fun memory, I guess, if you want to bring this Coca-Cola bottle back with you to wherever you live. I know I've been to concerts where they'll print the name of the artist on a Coke bottle as well. So it's kind of just this fun, cute thing going on in Walt Disney World. They actually just recently announced this past week. So I was kind of excited to get my hands on a bottle, which you can kind of see today. As you can tell, I am still in Tomorrowland, so which is, cool because Tomorrowland has so much stuff going on. But as I kind of pan around, you can see that I am now at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe, which I think I'd mentioned in the past. This is one of my favorite places to eat in all of Walt Disney World, especially Magic Kingdom. But today, like more specifically, the reason I'm here, so in one of my previous updates, I kind of mentioned that this restaurant was getting an additional seating, dining area. And the last time I was here, I don't know if you remember, but this whole area was actually, like, I guess not papered off, but tarped off, where you couldn't see anything. And today, they actually have lights on in this area, which is so wild. So I'm curious to see, as you can probably tell, there have definitely come a far way in the period of at least a few weeks, which is really exciting. So I'm curious to see kind of how this edition looks. Again, if you're someone who's never been to Walt Disney World and you're kind of going around Magic Kingdom looking for somewhere to eat, definitely be sure to stop at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe, because the food here is delicious and my favorite. And they also have mobile ordering, which I must repeat again is amazing and life-changing and can definitely save you so much time in the parks. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a look at what this restaurant looks like today to kind of update you on where its progress has been. And in this next shot, you can also kind of see, the lights are on throughout this entire area. So this area is probably almost ready to be open. I'm sure they're just doing its final touches and kind of coming to an end to make it, ready for people to come and dine in. So, alright, well, now I am here at the entrance to Magic Kingdom. This is the end of this week's Inside Walt Disney World. Thank you so much for joining me. I had such a great time looking around and kind of showing you guys all the new things that are happening at both Hollywood Studios and also Magic Kingdom. Next week, be sure to look for this series again, as I will be back at Walt Disney World, kind of taking you guys around, of course, again. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me, and I am Sean Spazzato with Inside the Magic. Hope you guys have a good week. Thanks again.